Years ago, while trying to get to know this woman, in my just post-teen, mid-20s, I was young and ready. And waiting was very foreign to me those days. I was like, waiting, what? Waiting for what? And, we were talking and we really took a liking for each other. And she said to me that, she's really looking to get married and then have sex. She was not keen on having sex outside of matrimony. I said, that's a brilliant idea. And I was gifted with persistence, not forcefulness, don't get me wrong, persistence. And so, we spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke. And we'd meet often and hang out, and we developed a very good friendship. So this was maybe 2 years in. I can see you're like, what? Was it a diploma? Oh my word. So in maybe a couple of months after the 2 years, she said to me, you never talk about sex anymore. So what happened to that? So I was like, no, I respect your decision. And I mean, we are cool people, so we can just keep it at that. So she said, I'm changing my mind around that. But if we ever are going to do it, you have to meet some conditions. You can see my eyes popping. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm listening keenly. Continue. So she said, I would need to have both you and I go to a doctor together and get tested. And get tested for a number of things. I was like, oh my goodness. And this was at the height of, but thank goodness for medicine. There is now antiretrovirals and a lot has been done scientifically to try and curb HIV and AIDS. Thank heavens. But this really was at the height of everybody scampering around the thought of contracting HIV. All right? Now, thankfully, people can live with HIV. And so the date was set and we decided that we are going to go and get tested. And I don't know if it's just me, but there was just some fear around getting tested then. Not anymore now, I hope. And even if you were tested yesterday and you went back the following day, you'd be like, oh my goodness, what if the kids turn the bad results? And so Eric decided to be a bit interesting. I don't know why I didn't think to do this earlier. So we went to the testing place at a voluntary counseling and testing place. And then I left her in the car and then I said, let me look and see if they're open. So I found the doctor. That was so stupid. So I found the doctor, seated by himself. And then I said, oh, hi, Dr. Harry. How long does it take to test? He said, really, a couple of minutes, really. So a thought triggered my mind. Something told me, why don't you just test real quick and then you go get her from the car. And then now you can test together. At least you'll have known your results. So I said, oh, right. If it's a number of minutes, then can I just get tested? And just as we were having that conversation, the door flung open and she was there. She's like, you're taking so long and there is not a queue. Can you test us? Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness me. And I almost collapsed. But now we did the test and everything turned out great. Why am I telling you this story? Earlier today, I came home slightly early. I had a hectic day at the gym. And I was thinking about some of the things people in my past have demonstrated, even days when I was very gullible and maybe given to folly of youth, that I think would qualify as the have-to-haves when you're entering a new relationship. And that's what I want us to chat about, things to consider before you enter a new relationship. And I'd scribbled these a number of years ago. If you're new here, I'm a meticulous note taker. So I take notes. And so I took notes of some of the things I think are important. And while I wrote these many years ago, I thought they are very, very timely still today. All right? Share with me your mind about this conversation and see if it's helpful at all or if it's something that you've been doing or something you want to add. I'm more than happy to learn from you as well. So I think it's very important to consider, especially when you're getting into a new relationship. Let's be honest, there are still right and wrong ways to begin any new relationship. There are. And things can go very, very wrong if you don't pay heed to a lot of important things. Number one, don't skip the sexual conversation. I wrote these. This is maybe 12 years ago. Can you imagine? So if you aren't comfortable at the present moment with your person or the person you're considering to be a person, if you're not comfortable talking about asking them about, say, their STDs and their STIs, or even divulging information about your own, then it's not yet time to get intimate. It's not a time to have sex. Wait until you're comfortable having an honest conversation about health before becoming intimate. It's amazing that nowadays I hear people asking where somebody stays, and then 2 weekends of chatting, you are in their apartment, and then later that morning you're going by a chemist to buy some anti-pregnancy pill, and it's quite reckless. It's reckless, and it can lead you into unwanted pregnancy, or worse, some STI or STD. So my thumb of the rule now is get to a level of comfort with your significant other or the person you hope to date, and have conversations with them around sexual health. Not just that, even while talking about sexual health, remember other aspects of sex. For instance, things you like and do not like. That's a good chance to talk about those things. You cannot start sleeping with somebody you don't want to talk to, or you're afraid to talk to about anything. It's not worth it. Talk about everything. Say, I'm not comfortable being turned like a samosa. It's not something I appreciate. I am not an animal, so that is not something I like to do. And then they can make a better case and say, no, actually, scientifically, when someone turns you like a samosa, what starts to happen is the other side of you that was not cooked. But you get the drift, right? Talk about other aspects of sex. Things you're comfortable with. If you don't like the lights on, talk about that before getting intimate. It's very important. Second thing I think is very important, and I've gathered this over the years, respect yourself. Why? Because treating yourself well sets an example earlier on how your new partner should treat you, and it signifies what you will condone, what you will tolerate, and what you will not tolerate. Earlier on, treat yourself with respect. Carry yourself with respect. Why would they respect you if you don't respect yourself? Whatever respect is to you, do that in the new relationship you're about to enter. If they are flaky and they don't keep their word, then there ought to be consequences. Just say, the next time you're ready to come and meet me up, then let me know. But I don't do the back and forth. All right? Or whatever it is, just good and early treat yourself with respect. Treat yourself with respect. With your actions and with your words. It goes a long way. Imagine if the relationship leads into a marriage and you started it off being dodgy. It's not a good picture. She'll forever be discussing that with your mother-in-law. Be like, oh, when I met Joachim. So yeah, respect yourself. That is the second thing I think is very important. Third thing, and equally important, purpose to communicate often and well. I didn't do this well enough in my 20s and into my early 30s. I am working so hard so that I do better and become better in this area. For instance, say what you mean and mean what you say. Be direct. Be direct. Don't beat around the bush. If you don't like it, say it. But remember, truth without kindness is cruelty. So be considerate about your partner in your sharing your truth, because we live in a woke society now. People say the meanest things without any care in the world. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is consideration, but be direct. Don't be weird. Don't speak from one side of your mouth, yet you mean something totally different. All right? And coupled with that, you want to choose your battles wisely. Don't beak around everything. Some things are just, you can just, shoo to the side. You don't want to fight. One time somebody was talking to me very meanly, and then I was just quiet because I was very agitated. And then 2 days later, it's just like, I'm so sorry. I was just, it's just my hormones were all over the place. So sometimes you want to, cede some ground. You don't want to be always tightly fisted wanting to fight. Tomorrow is Friday. I invite you to join me for the live. It's become so wonderful. It starts at around 8 o'clock, right on my Instagram page. If you're not following me already, please follow. And let's meet at 8 o'clock. And we can revise some of the things we spoke about this week. And guess what? It's so amazing. You can even call in live and share your mind with me so that I'm just not speaking at you, but we speak together. All right? What do you think? Have a lovely Thursday night and see you tomorrow. Good night.